Where are you?
Yeah.
Right, do your fucking long-winded intro, go.
Stupid long-winded intro that you can't even fucking manage.
Right, when I like, yeah.
Yeah.
Today!
Hello, and here we are again for another episode of Slack Men. Today will be brought to you by myself, Jerry Kay, and my good friend, Mr.
Mark McLean.
And my other good friend, Mr.
Ryan McDonald.
And we are, of course, Slack Men. By way of an intro, if you've not heard us before, basically we are three men, and we're, I think it's fair to say, slack. And what we do is we named ourselves as a sort of homage to the loose women ladies. And what we do every week is we loosely take subjects that they've covered in the week, in the preceding weeks, and we look at them, basically cover them, have a laugh, talk about them, and give you the opportunity as well to write in, email us, Twitter us, whatever you do, to let us know your thoughts.
Good lad, well done. That was the quickest intro he's ever done, really.
Right, it's good, isn't it?
He's getting really good, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Should you do this professionally or something?
I've been practising.
Yeah.
I can just imagine him at home as well.
In front of the mirror.
So, boys, let's start by Ryan. Anything you've done this week? Because we all go abroad, don't we? I mean,
yes.
Have you been abroad at all, or?
No, not this week. I'm away to Egypt on Sunday, though.
Oh,
Hey, he's got a gig!
Hey, I'll tell you what, Egypt's hot there, mate.
And the last time I did the Egypt gig was at Christmas, and it was 30 degrees, so I've never done it in July before.
Mate, you're going to come back like a lobster.
Mate, you want to be careful with that. For those who don't know, Ryan is a
Ginger.
a Gaelic butte ginger. That's what
Where are you going? Just be honest. He's not offended.
it's trying to be PC. Gaelic beauty. That's a lovely thing to say.
Gaelic beauty.
Thanks very much. I'll take that. Like, yeah, whenever the sun index goes above about 40 watt, I'm in the danger zone. So this is going to be touch and go for me.
What did you use? About 400. Do you burn easily?
Yeah, quite easily. I mean, I'm not too bad. I know some ginger people that really go, like, just tan at all, but I'm still, I wouldn't go out sunbathing or anything. Like.
I was ginger, but before I went to Egypt.
Was it? Was it?
It's a visual gag.
You got a slight bit of ginger on you now.
So where have you been, Mikey?
Nothing, mate. I just on the ships again. Greece. I'd been to some really nice places. The Greek islands are absolutely good. It's a shame that the country's fucked up, but the islands are. I'm just thinking to myself, just sell one of them. Right. It'd solve a lot of problems.
Sell one of their islands.
Yeah,
Who would you sell it to, though?
Russians.
Yeah,
they love an island.
They do love an island.
I tell you what, though,
well, they're big fans of animals and stuff. Anyway,
I got to Rhodes, and so I'm in this hotel, and there's a nightclub right behind it. And I'm starving, so I think, right, I'll go and get a kebab. So as I'm getting a kebab, and I just see this array of, like, Norwegian girls going out. Mate, you'd have been in your own. And I've just literally, and the bloke said to me, do you want this kebab to go? I was like, no, mate, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to eat it slowly. And I'm just texting my mate going, do you remember when we used to go on holiday when you were younger? The fucking things they don't wear. Oh. And that you just, oh my God.
What don't they wear then?
Literally, like, clothes. Wedding rings. They're beautiful. I've just sat there like an old perv going,
Surprised you didn't chat to one of them, because you're not shy, eh?
No. They're just young though, aren't they?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, you'd end up sucking your own cock. They wouldn't know what to do, would they?
Well done for bringing that in. Well done for bringing fellatio in the first 5
You would,
minutes.
wouldn't you?
but I was sitting back there. I wasn't saying anything at all. I was just going to wait and see how long he went before he started talking about dicks. It was like minutes. It wasn't. It was impressive in many ways, but equally not.
Never let you down. Boom, bang.
That's one thing.
What about you, G?
If nothing else. I've just come back from Turkey, Fethiye. That was nice, very nice. I was out there with Paul Burling. Do you remember him from Britain's Got Talent?
No.
Yeah, good.
Nope.
No,
That's showbiz.
Yeah. And nor did anyone else, unfortunately. No, but
funny enough, he was talking to him about the big breakfast, and he had no idea who the fuck
That's
you were
showbiz.
either.
Did he mention anything about The Office, that Christmas special? I'm just pointing these things. Just let's name the shows that you boys have been in.
No, not that either.
What about you been in it, Ryan? Any? Oh, you did that London. That's on Channel 4-7 on Sky.
Oh, London Live.
Yeah. I saw you on that.
You must have been the only fucking.
Wait, I did. Well, my mate, Jonathan Bowlesley's the big, and he said, "Oh, he got you on." I was like, "Oh, he's a mate of mine." So I thought, listen, I can't have him going on there and having no viewers. I thought, fuck it, he's a mate. I've got to watch him.
Bill.
It's the first time you'd ever told me that.
Oh, did I tell you?
No.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
No, I was on the bill. Oh,
You've always been on the bill.
I was on the bill. Yeah, I wasn't meant to be. Yeah. No, I was on the bill. I was at a dog fight. I lost. But I was at the bill. And the funny thing is, it's absolutely true. I was in the crowd, right? I was an extra, obviously. But I was in the crowd, and they told us to wear black, right? Now, obviously, I'm quite dark, aren't I?
No.
And literally, no one knew I was on the show, and literally, including my mother. You know, I'm saying I'm there. People are like, no. People are ringing me. No, we can't see you. You're lying. I'm there.
Either that, or they did see you, but they thought you were naked.
And people always make that joke, oh, show us your teeth. But it's true, it wasn't until I actually smiled at one point. I couldn't see myself, and that's absolutely true.
Really?
I swear to you, I'll show you the footage one day.
Was you on the Larkmead estate?
Yes.
Because it was always the Larkmead estate on the bill. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, it was. Got a prompt 10-4 on the Larkmead estate. It was always some 2 units were on the Larkmead estate. It was always... Google it. It was always a Larkmead estate.
Yeah, no, it was. It was a dogfight. Wish it had been a cockfight. I'd have won
that. How long did he do? he did slightly longer than me, didn't he?
Not for the first time.
Or the last. Anyway, so that's what we've done this week. So, yeah, boys, so been looking at loose women. Well, obviously.
What about the show?
Been looking at loose Norwegian women, but no, I've been looking at the show. I love the show, by the way.
You do, you're a massive fan.
I'm a massive fan.
You are a massive... We did try to get Linda Robson this week, who's a good friend of mine, to get on the show, because she's a loose woman.
What did she say?
She's in the south of France, so she sends her apologies, but will be on the next one.
Oh, nice one.
So, you know...
Who else have we tried to get on?
I went Linda, obviously Cheryl Ferguson, who's in EastEnders.
Cheryl Ferguson, who used to play...
Heather
from EastEnders. Another big Heather, what did she say?
She said no.
She said no. Right? Not even an excuse from her. She
no,
doesn't even
no, she did. No. Her excuse was that she's doing something in Secret Squirrel, plus she's doing Ramadan, because her husband is Muslim.
Is he?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, he is, and he's from Turkey?
No. He's
it's not really a time consumer though. Doing Ramadan, is it?
That's her excuse.
Doesn't stop her coming in and having a chat. Is it?
At least it's kind of an outdoor excuse.
Yeah. And then I had to break the glass and get the emergency number.
Yeah.
And Bobby Davro.
Bobby Davro. That would have been good.
So,
what did he say?
And just to let you know, the fucker still hasn't replied. So fuck him.
So I think what this section is going to be called every week is who's not going to be. Which celebrities aren't going to be on.
I rang Will Smith. He's not got back to me.
Be on it.
And Tiny Tempo said no.
Tiny Tempo?
There's a little pianist. Back to you, Mike.
Elton John said no. I'm just waiting for the Royal Highness Prince Charles to get back to me. He's a massive fan of Slackman.
I've not been asking anyone, so they've not said no, which is good news.
Yeah, that's right.
No news is better than bad news.
Glad to get somebody on for next week. Yeah. Well, Linda's going to be on, so that's fine.
Yeah, Robert will do it. She'll do it.
Yeah, we'll get some. I didn't ring him. That's a lie. I texted Bob Mills, and he didn't reply.
Excellent. So we're really on
that's
it.
Good. So we're.
I need to get rejected by somebody here at this rate.
Give us a bell.
Yeah, Ryan, you're rubbish. You haven't been rejected by anybody.
Who haven't you been rejected by?
Pull your finger out. Who did you say by that?
Your cousin? Is it a cousin or Radio 1?
Ace.
Oh yeah, what happened there?
Yeah. I'm waiting for him to come back.
Ace,
mate. Listen, if you're listening to this, which I'm fairly certain you're not. Then give us a shout, mate. Give us a shout, yeah. Okay. So that's a great list of people we're not having on. But no, as time goes, we will be getting some celebrity guests.
We could have got your mate Paul Berlin, and he could have pretended to be a load of different people.
That's genius. We should have done that. No, why did you say that out loud? Because now they're going to know exactly what it is.
Chris Eubanks on.
Yeah.
How many of them?
In fact, why don't we ring him now? You got his number?
Yeah.
Let's ring him.
Ring right now.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Fuck it, let's
not even fucking do this.
Come on, let's crack on.
Let's crack on. So let's have a look at some of the things. Have a look at. That's nice.
It's a little jingle for when we're cracking on.
Just looking at some different bits and pieces here. Let's start with this one.
He's consistently shit.
You fuckers. Let's spend this one, right? I like this one. This is like, have you ever lied to get a job? This is following Ruby Wax, right? Basically, people who have mental health issues.
Don't look at me.
Sorry, mate. Ruby Wax suggested they should lie about this because, they go and interview, say, I'm mental, and then they're looked upon prejudicially by the prospective employer. Okay. So Ruby Wax suggested it's better just to lie about it. And, which brings me to, I think we've all probably lied at interviews to an extent.
Yeah, but we've always lied on a CV, haven't we? That's what CVs are for.
I did it on a program called Medics once. I said that I could ride a horse. When you put in your CV, ride a horse, not a problem. Of course, medics get a call, can you ride a horse? I was like, yeah, of course I can ride a horse. Swear to God, to get to this field, and there's like horse there, and the actor's like, okay, Derek goes, right, so when I give the cue, you just gallop across the field, and I'm thinking, fucking hell, how do I see this massive horse, I'm thinking, 1, how the hell am I going to get up there? 2, how the fuck does this thing work? 3, so and then the main actor, the best was the main actor goes a little bit, stops, the stunt woman gets on to ride the horse, and I'm like, oh, come on, let's go, cut. Come on, and then luckily enough, the trainer comes up and goes, she's just having one of these days. Come on, girl, come on. And I'm like, yeah, come on. Literally, worst time to ever lie. Don't ever lie on your CV.
Did it take off?
It did. She did at the back. One of those, the fucking thing took off, and I swear to God, no word of a lie, because my dad's a massive, big racing fan, and when I was a kid, it was always Channel 4. I just remember sitting up like a jockey does, and just going like that and riding it. I shit myself as it's going, and thinking, how the fuck do you stop this thing? Have you ever horse ridden?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
It is difficult.
Yeah, mate, when it went, I literally was, my pants looked like a map of India. It was really bad.
But listen, my mate, my mate Tony, he's 6'6", and he and I and our relative partners at the time, we went horse riding, and he organised it, and he thought it would be funny because obviously they ask how big you are. You know, bearing in mind he's 6'6", he thought it would be funny to tell them we were both 6'6". I'm 5'6", so they got me this horse whose back alone was about 4 foot. You know what I mean? So literally, I was doing the splits on the back of this fucking horse, and my feet could barely fit in the stirrups. And it was one of the most painful hours I've ever endured.
Mate, mine was an Irish cob. And
that's a swan, isn't it?
Mate, them absolutely...
I did a swan.
Mate, these Irish cobs are massive. They're literally like... You're saying about your legs. I was literally couldn't... My legs... I couldn't just know where the legs were like... Is that horse all right? I'm like... Hey, it's fine. Literally, as soon as it went...
Shit you up, mate.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Have you done it, Ryan? I imagine you've probably done it a few times, haven't you?
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
I don't know why.
Can you ride?
No, not particularly, but it's just something that you do whenever you're a kid, isn't it? My sister learned, she would go along a few times. Something that whenever we went on holiday, we never went on holiday abroad, so you would always go to Donegal and rent a cottage in the shit end of nowhere, and then that was just always something that you would do.
I like the idea, to be honest. I wouldn't mind doing it now.
Learn how to.
Not right now, obviously. But,
I'd like to learn.
Busy.
Yeah.
So,
yes, I've lied.
Yeah, lied. Yeah, so lying. But that's what we're talking about. Lying on.
You lied?
Good job.
I've lied.
Yeah. Well, what have you lied about? Anything notable?
Nothing springs to mind.
Right, well, that's the end of that then.
I've been talking to you. This has been slapping.
Just fucking.
Hang on, I think more to the point. Should you lie if you're mental health issues? I think that depends really on what the mental health issues are. Like if you go in and then you just go, have you any mental health issues? You go, no, I'm fine. But you're actually some sort of fucking psychopath.
I was
going to
say, if you're a serial killer,
yeah. Probably let them know.
Probably
don't let them know because then you're likely to go to prison.
I'm brilliant at my job, but I do kill people on the weekends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, during the week, I'm an asset.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
What were they referring to whenever they were talking about this?
I don't know specifically, but I think it's people that bipolar, for example. You know, people bipolar.
You probably don't need to tell people about that.
I'm funny about that anyway because I kind of think everyone is.
Well, you're not funny if you're bipolar.
Isn't everyone a bit bipolar? I'm serious about that though. Do you know what I mean?
No.
To an extent, I have several.
Have you ever worked with somebody with bipolar?
Well, again, I think I've worked with people who come in the morning in a really good mood, and by the end of it, they're in a shit mood. That's probably working with me.
I don't really think that's exactly what bipolar is.
I've done a play with an actor that was bipolar, and in the morning he was like great, and then after that, I remember the review coming out. We got a good review. He wouldn't talk to me at all. And the only time he'd talk to me is when we were on the stage doing our lines.
Really?
Yeah, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Is that bipolar or just a miserable fucker?
No, it was bipolar.
I remember working with somebody who had. What do you call it? Manic depression.
Oh yeah,
that was fucking amazing. Not for any length of time, just to sit back and watch them. It was unbelievable.
Well, just
whenever
blow
they were
up.
riding high, they would be just off in one. They would be in the best form in the world. Like the world was just an amazing place. Every second was just a joy to be alive. And then it would just tip, and it'd be. Oh no! I want to kill myself. That was the two. That was it.
Oh yeah,
that was the two gears that had.
No more gears.
Euphoria, suicide. Yeah.
Can I help you with that?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because the thing is, you can't get into people's heads. You just don't know.
No,
you can't. You just can't. You know, no one can. Simple as that. So you just don't know. I mean, I get very manic though. You know, I'm in a good mood most of the time. But do you sometimes feel, quite seriously, that You wake up in the morning and you're in a silly mood, and I mean a really fucking silly mood. You're like literally, and you don't know why. You're just in that mood, and by the same token, you can be really down, and you don't know why. It's a chemical thing, isn't
Absolutely.
it? Absolutely.
And do you know, like there's different things that affect you. Like one was 2 weeks ago. We were sitting in the house. We've been in the house for like Friday, Saturday, and it was Sunday. I was in the house, and I was getting really like sharp with the wife, and I knew in my head that I was being a dick, but like it didn't.